迷い込むのは背徳の理想郷。夢もうつつも全ては歌方に消えてゆく。フェイトグランドオーダーエピックオブレムネントアガルタの女。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Fate Grand Order. So, before we actually begin, one thing I do want to point out that is pretty dang neat is that coming up real soon is an event that I can't do, and we'll wait for the rerun because people were like, you know, you need to beat the third Lost Belt to do this event. Are you going to do that? And I'm like, I have 3 days. That's not happening. It takes a month to do a Lost Belt. I don't know if you know this, but when you record them, it takes way more time for mostly the mental fortitude. It's exhausting. But the most important thing, the main event, is that there will be a guaranteed super special awesome servant here from the list here. I already have 15 paid Saint Quartz because I have some left over, so I won't have to worry about that. But basically, I could get one of these guys at random. Now, some of these will be doubles, and I don't want doubles. So, I'm going to do a quick list here of ones that I want or don't want. Of course, you're going to have to wait for the next couple parts before I can actually, you know, get them. But here we go. Don't want. Why would I want the dude version of my wife? Want. I like her. Want. I like Nero. Mid-tier? Okay. Mid-tier, I don't know anything about the, about Garden of Sinners yet. I'll get to that eventually. I'm sure when I do, I'll want her, but that's not right now. Don't want, don't care. Big want. This is like a grand prize for me. That's a definite big want. Maybe. Don't want, already have. A double would be fine to upgrade the Noble Phantasm, but at the end of the day, I really don't care that much. Want, I like her. Middle. I really like Ereshkigal, but middle. Middle. Want, because I love her moveset. Want, because it's a saber. Want, because it is, you know, a Fate Zero reference, which is good for me. Middle. Want, that's another one that I really want, because if I don't get her here, then I will definitely be making sure I get her once her event comes back around. Want, because it's Da Vinci, and who doesn't love a good Da Vinci? Want, because he's broken. Don't want, because I already have, and don't want to double up the Noble Phantasm. Want, because of the shenanigans you can have with Double Scotty, so that'd be good. Want, because I really like her. Want, because he's OP as hell. Already wailed for, don't want a second. See, and you're Apocrypha, which don't really want. Middle. No, I don't even know who you are. Want only for the mommy, not for the berserker. Want because you're technically a saber face, even though you really don't have a saber face. Mid. No. I mean, you'd be awesome to get your next Noble Phantasm, but no. Mid because you're CCC. Not really. I know nothing about you, and have been trying to avoid you for spoilers, so for now I'm going to say no. No, because I already have you, and both of you are mid, because honestly, I'm fine with using other people's foreigners for you. So, that's where I stand. We'll see how things go in the future. Also, boy geez, did I greatly underestimate the amount of people in the comment. I'm not reading the comments for these parts, by the way. I see people making big threads, and I'm like, that's fine. I think you all can say what you want. So far, I'm enjoying it more than, the Rome chapter. At least the writing is on point as opposed to that. Anyways, to the Nightless City. Let's go. We gotta kill some Zerkers. Should I use Ilya? Yeah, let's see what Ilya looks like in combat now, because now that we know about her, let's see how she do. Then again, she might be in a super form, and I don't know if I want to see that, actually. Yeah, maybe not. Let's see here. The numbers don't lie. That they do not. Kill Assassin. We got this whole team ready to go. Big memes. Actually, should we do big memes with the Scotty? Also, then that will help with getting Bond up, which will go even more with all of you. So, hey, that works. Let's go. Let's head on out to the Nightless City.
I can still hardly believe Assassin did something so horrible. I'm glad that the pirates are gone, of course, but did she have to sink the entire city of East to do...
I think you're just mad about the men more than anything.
Who knows what we could have done with the place where it's still around? What a waste.
Like, made it into a water park? God, that'd be so fun.
I like that. Here I am focused on the present, and you're dreaming up plans for the distant future. That's a precious talent in its own right.
Yes, that's one of Senpai's best qualities. No matter how dire things may be, he never fails to examine things at new and unusual angles.
And you never fail to deliver a truly earnest analysis, young lady. There's certainly never a dull moment with you two.
To give my own earnest answer, if East were still around, then yes. Perhaps we could have made use of it as a marine headquarters of sorts. I believe you said before that the lake is connected to nearly every river that flows across the... I mean, the lake's still there, it's just bigger now. Given the incredible potential in what could have been transported over water as opposed to land, I cannot help but feel that the destruction was a waste.
Still, there's no use crying over spilt milk.
I thought that said split milk for a second. That's different.
Or a sunken city, as the case may be. I've already told my resistance allies to explore the ruins of East. They should find several seaworthy vessels. What's more, now that the pirates are no longer controlling the waterways, we're on equal ground with our enemies.
Ryder's optimism is well founded. The situation has certainly taken a turn for the better. After all, we've narrowed our pool of Demon God Pillar candidates from 3 to 2. And we've reduced the number of powers in Agartha. It seems like things should be a good deal easier from now on, don't you think?
I'm not so sure. Those women aren't our only enemy. Plenty of other threats remain, like those monsters that attacked our hideout. And, while I didn't mention this before, there's even a natural disaster of a sort to worry about. We can't go resting easy just because the pirates are gone.
Natural disaster? You mean like earthquakes? That is a scary thought, especially down underground. I'd hate to be buried alive.
Depending on the situation, I'm afraid it could even be more dangerous than that. You don't have to see what I mean for yourselves. Words alone won't suffice to describe it. There's no telling when it might show up, and should you attempt to spot it yourself, it disappears without a trace almost immediately. It is extremely dangerous, and to make matters worse, you cannot guard yourselves against it. It's impossible to see it coming, so the only thing you can do is run away before you're caught up in it. It is far worse than any mere natural disaster.
Can you just say what it is?
Well, anyway, I'm just saying that there's still plenty of danger lurking around, so we can't go getting careless. Just forget about this natural disaster thing for now. It's unlikely we'll be running into it anyway.
I'm afraid I'm still not quite following, but it sounds like the gist of it is stay alert. Speaking of which, I'm picking up hostiles right in front of you. They look like wild animals. I see what Ryder means about there being threats everywhere. Hey, at least they didn't surprise us. That proves Mash is sure staying alert. Way to go, Mash! Master, I think Mash deserves a double super extra helping of praise when we're preparing to fight. You look great in glasses, Mash! I really appreciate the sentiment, Senpai. But I feel terrible about getting praise like this while you're busy giving orders for battle. No, trust me, it's good. Yo, I had a dream 2 nights ago that they announced that Mash was being added to Ring Fit Adventure as a coach, and I was so happy. Not only because Mash was in Ring Fit, but because Nintendo were partnering with Fate, and I'm like, this is it. Things are looking up. Alas. Anyways, let's focus on getting some stars then. Because what we can do is we can get a triple green on you. Boost your max HP. Give yourself Dragon Attack. Sure, why not? Or wait, no. I keep reading this wrong. It's apply special... It's do more damage against dragons. That's what that is. So, because it says apply special attack dragon. That makes it sound like you're doing dragon attacks, but it's not. You're doing more attacks against dragons. Okay, so let's start with just some of this so that we can get some big greens. $43 sounds good. So, look at all that. Now you have a full combo going, so let's give the crit strength up on yourself. So that what we can then do is you can like loop that to yourself. Sure, increase your own gauge. Apparently Scotty's, when you level up her Noble Phantasm, it does no difference. So, that's good to know. Also, that sucked that didn't get a crit. Now that's the damage I wanted. 35, okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go, well, we don't really have anything for them, so let's go like this to get meter for both of you. Good stuff. Noble Phantasm Seal is not the good stuff. Let's go now. Gate of Sky. And then just straight kill that guy in the front. I was gonna say I probably should have done a something to stop the other guy's Noble Phantasm, but it should be fine considering I think this applies evade, right? Yep, it has evade, so that's good. Okay. Fool! Oh, but he put evade on himself. But guess who has go around evade? You do. So let's do that. Let's go attack up. Now is it for one turn? It is. So we can at least deal a bit of damage with you by going... You know what, let's go like this, because then we'll get green going, that's evaded, then we'll attack, and then we'll get some more green at the end. That's thinking with my noggin. So, I don't know if I talked about, but I now have a boom arm mic thing, so I might sound a bit better. I don't know if I talked about that in Crisis Core or here, but either way, I have that now, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Alright, so, well, we can do a full combo with you here. Let's do that. I think that's versus Demonic, too, so that should be extra damage. That's versus Divine. Yeah, that's extra damage versus Demonic. It's not a lot. Like, it's a little bonus, but they really don't change everything. Okay. Lower your defense. Let's do... let's go... like this to get some meter for both of you. I think I can still use her give meter ability and give it to Sieg or something. Let's see here. Yeah, so let's go. Well, actually, you can do it on yourself even, which will be good to avoid your Noble Phantasm. God, you are really good, huh? Oh, that wasn't enough. Well, shoot. Well, dang. Never mind. Here I thought I'd be able to avoid it that way. Turns out that's not going to happen. Okay, well, in that case, let's do that on you again, so that you can get some crits, hopefully. Oh, it's only crit up for the quick. Okay, that's more specific than I thought. Okay, well, oh well. Can you hit that crit? Come on, hit it. 30%? Nope. Okay. Alright. Well, we're not going to be able to do too much, considering he's evading right this turn, so let's instead just go like this to hopefully get some, meter. Yeah, you get nothing off that red one there. Okay, and let's finish this. Okay. These beasties sure do be beastin'. Thankfully, we're more than prepared for this. We done? Gotta have that full combo, I guess. I still have a figure of Summer Nero I have to put together, so I'll work on that much later. Also, hey, look at that increase. That's so good. Big bond up, and we get some tar. Delicious tar. Whenever I'd watch like a show set in like the prehistoric period and they had like the tar pits, I was always like, I want to eat that tar. It looks so good. And done. You know, that might have been a nice warm-up for what's to come. Ryder, since we're approaching our destination, why don't you tell us about the sort of enemies we'll be facing in the Nightless City?
The women of the Nightless City are very reserved, unlike the Amazons and pirates. They don't go around hastily attacking the other regions too much. They tend to focus on defending their own...
Oh, okay. Also, people blowing my minds in the comments. The Amazons of Greece aren't related to the Amazon River. What? Why? Why's history gotta be so confusing? What's up with that? What? Excuse me? That's needlessly complicated. That's like having two places with the same name. I mean, I guess that happens all the time, but God, I live in a small town that shares the name with a large town, a large city in Texas. So whenever I look up stuff for like my town, I always get Texas stuff. It sucks. And I'm like, I get it. Alberta's like the Texas of Canada, but come on.
They tend to focus on defending their own land.
Really? But their leader got pretty extreme at ease. Way extreme.
Indeed, which is almost certainly why Dahoot never saw it coming. I certainly wouldn't have. For the Nightless City's ruler to infiltrate enemy territory all on their own and take out the entire city with a single strike.
To be fair, that was a very bad weakness. Like, I'm talking, that was the port on the Death Star, you know? Just boop, photon torpedo right there, and it destroys it, which then we later learned was done intentionally, but...
It's the very model of an assassin in that respect.
It's also possible that she intentionally refrained from drawing attention to herself up till now in order for that plan to work.
True, but now that East is gone, there might be changes taking place across the entire Nightless City. We should start with some careful reconnaissance.
Since we found Drake at East, albeit in a somewhat different form than usual, like Fergus, at first I thought we might find one of our other missing servants in the Nightless City. But now I'm fairly certain that whoever its ruler is, she didn't come from Chaldea. Dahoot did say something about a caster, though, and it's definitely a caster that's in my Chaldea. That's true. She did mention that when speaking to the assassin. So it seems safe to assume that the Nightless City is home to a caster servant as well, in which case there's still a chance that it could be Helena. Regardless, our task remains the same. We'll never find out unless we go there ourselves. Come to think of it, Ryder. Do you have any ideas as to how many soldiers there are in this city? It'd be nice to know what sort of enemy we're up against ahead of time.
I'm afraid not. As I say, they're mostly kept to themselves so far.
I see. I ask because I cannot make myself draw my sword against a woman. So I was hoping there might be some other sort of opposition there that would even let someone like me be useful. I'm afraid that even after seeing firsthand... Oh, no, I missed it! In East, what terrible enemies women can be, I still can't bring myself to do battle with them. Well, you know, maybe it's kind of like to get over your distaste for Brussels sprouts. You can't just do it at the drop of a hat. Brussels sprouts are nasty. And I love vegetables.
Hang on, I just remembered something. Resistance once took in a man who escaped from there. He was in such a terrible state we weren't able to get much from him, but the one thing we did learn is that the Nightless City is home to those...
How come you're pointing at the bodies of the beasts we just defeated?
Dogs. He told us that the city is full of dogs, though of course, I don't know if he meant real dogs or something else altogether. You know, bitch is the word for a female dog. Makes you think, doesn't it? I'm probably Christopher Columbus.
Okay, well... Anyways, hey, Saint Quartz, that's nice, and more importantly, it's more Black Beast grease. Will be Greased Lightning. God, I was part of the play production for that in high school. If you haven't actually read the lyrics to the Songs of Grease, a high school should not be putting it on. It's pretty rough. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. I mean, if there's only one node for the entire Nightless City, I guess that makes sense. Well, the nice thing is we can kind of just, oh, sure. We can kind of just deal with it this way, you know? Maybe I'll see about actually getting, someone's here who can level up. So let's go, like, we can have ourselves, you're a 5-star. And let's go with, instead, we'll go with you. And we'll go with, Medea for the single target, and that at the back. Okay, you're there to heal. You don't need that though. You do not need that. Instead, you probably just want Kaleidoscope, right? Oh, and I did put people in the comments. Someone was like, you know, you can put away some of your craft essences, and I'm like, I should probably do that. I think I have this one equipped to someone, so that's why I couldn't put it away right now. So I put away some of the promotional ones, which makes sense, because I don't have to then worry about the whole, you know, thing with that. I guess I could put that on now, because that's 5% up anyways, right? So that's pretty good, and in which case, let's keep that on, because that's real nice. And instead, we'll just give you that, because then that just means 5% bonus, even if they're not my own, or even if they are just on my own. So sure, yeah, every little bit counts. What does this one do again? Ignore invincible and increase art's effectiveness. Okay, good. All right, well, let's go. Section 8, the Brilliant Fortress City.
Alright, this is as far as I go.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
I kept too many of my men back out at the hideout when we infiltrated east. I don't want to repeat that mistake. If the resistance had been ready to attack from the outside when it started to sink, it would have been a hell of a kerfuffle. But we could have at least still saved some of the men if only we'd been there to react accordingly. This time the resistance and I will stand by near the Nightless City. That way we can come in and take control of the city after you've taken down the assassin. Alternatively, we can storm the place on your signal if something unexpected happens, like in East. Either way, I'm afraid the resistance needs me to lead them, so I have to stay behind. I'm sorry to make you face all the danger yourself.
I'm going to use danger. Phew!
Well, that's reassuring.
That's also one of Senpai's 7 best qualities. I have 7 now. He trusts his allies completely, for better and for worse. And yet something about working with this rider makes me uncomfortable. Why? Are we going to get a surprise that he's actually good, or are we going to get another surprise he's been evil this whole time and make you go, didn't we just do this in Shinjuku? You may not know who he is, but he fought valiantly alongside us back in East. And there's no question that this is the best way of keeping Master safe. So then, why do I keep wishing he would stay somewhere I can keep an eye on him?
I might have said this before, but let me say it again. You must accomplish something, never give up, no matter the difficulties. As long as you persevere, a way forward will eventually present itself. That may not mean much coming from a boring old man like me, but I can't help saying it anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty wise. Okay, Tanner, do you have your smoke bombs? I'm sorry, what? I'm a ninja now? Good, then let's get started. We have smoke bombs, I'm a ninja. In the words of Dr. Wily,
I'm a ninja!
From the Mega Man Once Upon a Star OVA. That is so obscure. Let's get started with our infiltration. As luck would have it, it's almost sundown. Never mind how strange the idea of sundown is, several kilometers under the surface. At any rate, now should be a good time to scale the castle walls. I want us in full ninja garb. Oh, hey, this place looks nice. This is the brightest deserted alley I've seen in my life. The city is certainly no less of a surprise than Ys, however different. Ah, wow, the power bill must be nuts! The Nightless City, a legendary place from Chinese myth, much like Ys was a legend from French myth. The original name in Chinese can also be translated as the Nightless Castle. However, the word for castle actually means the outer walls of a city in Chinese. Oh, interesting. It's described in the Book of Han, but there aren't a lot of details about it. All we know is that the city was known for being very bright even at nighttime. But given the image its name evokes, that expression came to be used for cities that never sleep, like Shinjuku in Shanghai and New York. What about the assassin? Unlike Ys, nobody knew much about who the Nightless City's ruler was, or even if there was one at all. So I think it's entirely possible that she's a servant with no relation to the city who just so happens to be using it for her base. Much like how Ryder is using the Peach Garden as his. Good point. Whoever Ryder is, I kinda doubt he has much to do with the Chinese Peach Garden. That said, the assassin who destroyed Ys did seem to have a Chinese air about it. Yeah, it's in the attire, you can see it. No, I shouldn't speculate when we still have so little information. I mean, all those Oriental types look the same, and everyone just looks at Da Vinci like, what? And she's like, oh, sorry. I'm from the Renaissance, when we were a bit not the best. Anyway, what's your next move? I too believe we should learn from our mistakes at Ys. This time we should take great pains to ensure this covert operation remains covert, considering there are 7 enemy nodes. I highly doubt that's going to happen. As such, we should start by gathering information with as small a group as possible. Once we know more about the city itself, the threats we face, and where to find the assassin, then and only then do we all move in. Yep, makes sense. I'd probably get lost in no time anyway. Incidentally, Astolfo and I will be the ones to go and gather information. Why me? Remember the citizens of the city we saw on the way here? As we suspected, the city is primarily inhabited by women. But unlike the pirates of Ys and the Amazons, these women are quite diverse in dress and race. The only thing they have in common is that they are all women. Therefore, as long as we keep our wits about us, the two of us should be able to pass as citizens. Of course, if you insist, I am willing to go alone. You can do this, Astolfo. You like cute stuff. I am pretty cute, huh? It's a little embarrassing for somebody to blurt it out, though. Okay, I'll do it. I was gonna let Dayon handle the boring stuff and spend some quality. Oh my! Oh, I'm blushing. But if you're that insistent, it'd be a disgrace. I'd be a disgrace to the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne if I refused. Let's do this thing. In that case, I'll have to remain here too. I may not be able to help gather information, but at least keep this area and Master secure. I am young, I know, but I vow to protect Tanner with my life. Well, Caldia's staff needs to focus on monitoring Master above all else, so if you two are going to go off on your own, I'm afraid we won't be able to offer any help from our end. Not a problem, that's why we're going together. But what about the assassin of the Nightless City? She saw you both back at Ys. The other citizens here may not recognize you, but what will you do if she does? A good point. We'll need some sort of disguise. That will not be a problem. Fortunately, I snuck into an empty house on the way here and borrowed 2 outfits from its closet. I think I know what sprite you're getting. Naturally, I didn't have the luxury of choice in what I took, but since they were both hanging in the closet of a house belonging to an ordinary citizen, they should let us blend in well enough. Nice, Phantom Thief of the White Lily. I mean, you do literally look like a Persona character, like from 5 at least. Just to remind you, Master, my title is Knight, not Thief. Yeah, but Phantom Thief. So, is one of those outfits for me? Of course, that is why there are 2 of them. However, I only had time to base my selection on whether or not they would fit. So I don't wish to hear any complaints about how your outfit looks. Here, take it. Ah, come on, isn't it important to look good even in disguise? I mean, I don't want to get hauled in by the fashion police, do we? Oh well, I guess I may as well try it on. Why are you changing here? Don't you realize Master's watching? Don't let that stop you. At least change in the shadows here. Don't the 12 paladins have any... No, we change in the same room all the time, says Bradamante. Well, I can't really say as far as Roland's concerned, but overall I'd say nope. That's nothing to be proud of. Oh, come with me. Need to change as well. Hey, where's the fire? I'm already naked anyway. My butt's cold exposed like this. Oh boy. Oh, jeez, well. Oh la vache! What are these outfits? Mine's a sailor uniform. Yep, I have that DLC in Extella Link. Astolfo! Twitch. I don't know why you're shouting like that, but stop it, Master. You're scaring Fu. You know, I think these are pretty spiffy. I admit I didn't look very closely when I took these outfits, so perhaps I shouldn't be surprised that they turned out to be like this. Let me ask you this. What exactly sort of room did you take these from? Nothing special, just an ordinary bedroom with an ordinary chest of drawers. A bedroom, huh? Well, I bet you can guess what these outfits were doing there, huh? Oh, it was for roleplay with the men slaves. Blush. At any rate, I'm afraid I don't have time to search for different outfits now. What's wrong with these? As far as I can tell, the only problem is that we're just too damn cute. I'm not certain these outfits will fit in as you explore the city, but I am certain the other women here are dressed in all manner of ways. So given that, yes, that's true. I've seen Western clothing, Japanese clothing, Chinese clothing, and all manner of fashion ranging from medieval to modern. In which case, perhaps we won't stand out too much after all. Sup, Mash? Oh, it's not a very big deal, but... well, there's one thing I'd like to make sure of. Whispers. Master, you're not sure of Daeon's gender either. No, I am. Intersex. It's like one of history's... like, historically, we've checked intersex people. Like, we know that. Daeon is Daeon, right? Like, we know that. Right, so given that, as much as I hate to ask you to do this, could you maybe take a... What? Okay. There's some pretty fine line... Come on. We really doing this? Me too, but of course that doesn't prove anything definitively. That's what's making Daeon so mysterious. Perhaps hero spirits can use skills to alter their physical appearance, or perhaps, well, that's the only option. No! Like, because if we look it up, Chevalier Daeon. I looked at the Wikipedia page like way back in the original France Orleans arc. So, okay, had an androgynous physical features. Like we knew that for sure. Let's see. Feminine characteristics, but also male organs. So, like, yeah, like truly, like, of both. Like, breasts, but of male So, yeah, like, this is known historical fact. This isn't Fate being weird anime. This is Fate being true. I don't see a way to resolve this matter with any certainty. We could always ask, but I believe Daeon would just smile and change the subject. Yeah, because I feel like that's something pretty testy. Oh god, did I really use that word? Holy crap, that was... No, I didn't. Oh god. See, now I feel bad. Anyways. Not every mystery needs to be solved. Yes, I guess you're right. I'll do my best not to pay it any mind then. Very well. Astolfo, we shall have to undertake this mission just as we are, and please keep your wits about you and do not draw undue attention. Okay, I wonder if I look cute with my skirt hiked up more. It's pretty hiked up. There we go. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Do not adjust your skirt as you walk. Do you not want the world to see what's under your skirt? Oh boy. Oh jeez. Well, things certainly are a lot quieter without those two around, aren't they? Still, their task will require not a small amount of stealth and skill. I think it would be best if we just waited patiently for them to return. A city populated entirely by women. To be honest, I'm finding this place a little disconcerting, too. Though, of course, I'll make sure to do everything in my power to keep Tanner safe if necessary. Still feeling out of place? The other you we know would certainly almost be thrilled to be here. If anything, he'd hate the idea of waiting around doing nothing in a back alley when there's a whole city full of women right in front of him. Either that, or he'd be on the edge of his seat waiting for something exciting to happen. And I don't mean an enemy attack, although now that I think about it, I suppose a Celtic warrior would find that exciting too, for very different reasons. I see, so what sort of exciting things would the Fergus you know be waiting for, if not in... Do we need to have the talk with this boyo? A half-naked woman falling from the sky for no reasons? Exactly that sort of thing, Tanner. Even now, I can almost hear the other Fergus saying, "Well, isn't this my lucky day? Hers too!" That's awful. Do I really end up becoming a vulgar man obsessed with women as no more than sexual objects? Yes! No, that can't be right. I'm sure I turned out to be a proper warrior. She mentioned I would enjoy an enemy attack as well as that other thing. Still, I can't help but worry. I'd better get back to training. I'll keep my mind off this stuff. I think I'll start with some Celtic squats while keeping an eye on our perimeter. Pardon me. Alright, Zach Fair, you do that. Now you two have gone and made poor Fergus uneasy with all your teasing. Don't worry, Fergus, you'll always be you, no matter what else happens, and no matter how many hits to the brain turn you into an absolute sex maniac. Please don't dwell on it. It's okay to just be yourself. Thank you, Mash. But I like to train whenever... Squat! I have a spare moment. Squat! So this is me being myself. Squat! I see. You really do enjoy your training, don't you? I don't get the appeal myself. I don't think I'd say it's appealing. It's more routine. I think it's really sort of separate from the things you do for fun, or... Oh wow, this is like pretty much ripped right from Stay Night with Shiro's training, huh? Because you like them. For me, training is something I do because I have to. I don't know if there's anything more to it than that. That said, I don't do nearly enough, which is why I'm still just a fledgling. But I can say I know my stuff when it comes to more knowledge-oriented things. The druids who teach me are actually... Whoops, didn't mean to click, are actually afraid of me now, since I learn everything they teach so quickly that they keep running out of material. They said that if they let me, I'd end up making them talk all day every day from morning to night. So you were a nerd when you were young? I guess everyone really does have their own backstory. That goes for other servants too, of course. This has to be a good reminder of that. Every one of them lived a full life and achieved something great as a hero. Their pasts must be very precious to them. Fergus, Asalfo Daon, Galahad, who entrusted me with this power. They all had their own lives before they became heroes. I'd love to hear more about them someday. Yeah, if you really had to give it some thought, it makes sense. Of course the heroic spirits written about in legends and myths would have led tumultuous lives. And since, by definitions, their stories were exciting enough to pass on to future generations, there's not a boring one to be found in the bunch. Right, so Fergus, please don't feel as if you have to force yourself to do anything. No matter what else may happen, as long as you remain yourself, you'll become who you're meant to be. Squat, squat, squat! Does that mean I'm doomed to become a man obsessed with his desire for women? That's terrible! No, sorry, I didn't mean like that. I just meant that you'll become a strong, charming warrior. I do take issue with some of your future self's more overtly harassing comments. But you still grew up to be a great man, almost like everyone's dependable uncle who's a sex-crazed maniac and isn't invited to family gatherings when there's, you know, young women involved. Huh? Sorry, I'm afraid I mistook the sound for your breathing, Fergus. There's some heavy breathing approaching you now at what appears to be running speed. Heavy breathing? Could it be a half-naked woman after all? Gulp! Pant, pant, pant. It's a dog. Thank goodness. Yes, I'm genuinely glad that's what it turned out to be. But that's not to say I'm in favor of letting dogs run around without a leash. Be careful, it appears to be hungry. Bork? A bork bork? We'll see what it is. Let's see. It's another Soul Eater. Alright. Good thing we got a single target with you. So let's start with This gives decrease attack. Well, you're not a king. I don't think we can charm you either. You're not male, but we can get defense up at least. Okay, so then let's go like this for a full combo to start. Okay. Let's pop it on you for the target focus. And let's also go, increase your, oh no, we don't want this, okay, well, that's not what we wanted. I read that wrong, I wanted this one up. Well, that's fine. Dang it. That's fine. I got those mixed up. Gain and Meteor are the ones that I keep screwing up, so we'll focus on getting you as much as you can here. Well, I mean, you're at 100 already. Yeah, you lost that buff there. Oh, wow. Good stuff. Okay. At least we can do this for you. And we can do a full combo considering you have yours up there. So let's try and at least get Zenkai. That's a Dragon Ball term that people hate or they love, depending on what part of the fan base this is. Good damage. Now try and get your meter back. So she has pretty low gain, except for her one super that gives her like 80% meter, huh? Okay. Pop that on you. Can we try to decrease your charge? It doesn't say for kings. Hey! Joke's on us. Everyone is... all men are kings. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if, like, her best craft essence just gave every male the ability... Like, it turned every male into a king because all men are kings? That would be really funny. And actually make her fairly usable. Even though there are some female king enemies, of course. So let's go... And let's try and get more meter with you. Very excited to learn the names of some of her stuff here. Put that away. That really doesn't deal that much damage, though. I mean, it is a triple hitter. It's not just for one enemy. He's got evade on. I'm gonna pop a heal on you. And I'm also going to put on guts just in case. Our best bet is just get more meter. Just also waiting for Sanzang to get her meters back, of course. Or rather, her stuff up. Okay, so now we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna hold off from using her stuff until we get all of them ready to go. Yeah, she really doesn't have the best gain at all. Yeah, we just need one more with you. Let's do the target focus on you, because then you'll also get that there. Okay, come on. That target focus one is such a good ability. Like, and then with damage cut too is incredible. Like, really good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go rapid casting. And plus your... that there. Okay, and let's do then... this for a full combo. Alright, sounds good. Okay, good stuff. Move on. Yeah, this is going to be... I don't think I'll complete the entire chapter here for now because it seems like it's going to be a long one. Or I could turn it into an extra long video. We'll see. I don't know. Glad it's over because I have work today also. Oh no, real life. Well, those things seem to be dogs, technically anyway. Perhaps those were some of the dogs Ryder was talking about? I don't know. By the way, is everything okay there? Everything happened so suddenly that I have trouble imagining you could have kept quiet. To say nothing of how noisy combat usually is, even in a deserted alley, back alley like this, there's a chance that somebody may have... There, I can hear breathing and footsteps again. They don't belong to an animal this time. Could it be... Oh, hey, it's a man. Crap, I forgot to feed them. Where could they... That could also be a woman in disguise. There's a chance, but we'll see. Where could they have gone? But the fact that it says man makes me feel like... Wait, what? Oh man, this is bad, really bad. When those things get hungry, they go around eating other men. The word that's getting to me is the word other. I think I heard something off this way. So it was a fully clothed man. Oh, I'm glad it turned out that way, too. What the? They're dead? Who are you people? Wait, you're not subjects of the Nightless City, are you? You seem to be alone. That's lucky. Were you taken from the surface? We're allied from the resistance that's trying to free the enslaved men. Maybe you've heard of them? If you help us, we may be able to rescue the men here, and the Nightless City is... Stop! Stop! Now's not a good time. If I heard you, they must have heard you too, which means it's only a matter of time until they come looking to see what happened. Oh god, what am I gonna do? They're coming. They're coming with their bill hooks and hammers. Alright, to Google, what in tarnation is a bill hook? Bill hook. A bill hook is a versatile cutting tool used in agriculture. It's basically like a sickle sword. Yeah, it looks like a scimitar with an extra curved hook. Okay. The merciless executioners will be here soon. Uh-oh. We know who those are, because we've used them in combat. Okay. Alright, the Brilliant Fortress City. Hey, shoutouts to it being the same type, because I can live with that. Let's go with, Merlin's always useful. And you have specifically Formal Craft, which is Arts Card Up. Okay, that's good. Again, this is like Tosaka at max potential, which is, that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, and I think we'll switch that just in case. There we go. All right, let's go. There's something kind of funny about this city, don't you think? The lights are scattered so haphazardly. Not a thought is given to order. They may shine bright, but their gleam lacks warmth and truth in stark contrast to the gleam of Versailles. Not that Versailles' gleam was perfectly righteous either. Nope! It was designed to pile extravagance upon extravagance, to show there was no greater place to be found anywhere in the world. But this glow is quite the opposite. It has been expanded endlessly, signifying that it has ambitions well beyond where it is now. It does kind of feel like they've just been piling on lights for the sake of doing it. The lights are so bright you can't even read what the signs say, and there's so many of them that you're never sure where you're supposed to look. It's like New York, or no, Las Vegas, right? That's what Vegas... I've never been. And what's with that platform in the middle of the plaza? It had such an imposing presence, and it's as flashy as anything else here. It's probably where they execute people, I'm gonna bet. I bet I can figure out if I really rack my brain. I got it. Maybe it's a DJ. Yes, Astolfo, it's a DJ booth. I do not know what it is, but I know it is not a DJ booth. Although, why does the sight of that object put my heart so ill at ease? You know, chaotic as this place is, compared to East, it's like surprisingly orderly. Indeed, it may have been something of a squalid luminescence, but it is a far cry from decadence. It feels almost as though it is flourishing, which is rather strange considering how far underground we are. Ah, these people are kind of weird too. We really don't stand out much, even in these outfits. Quite. Well, they do appear to be largely around the same age. They are otherwise completely dissimilar in almost every aspect. And the real surprise... Yeah, there's just men around, huh? Is that there are men here. Yeah, and it doesn't even seem like a big deal, like they don't even have any collars or chains on them. I wonder why they don't just run away. They could be bound by some sort of spell. We'll have to talk to someone in order to find out. However, speaking with one of the women may be dangerous. I think it'd be best if we were to find a man who was by himself. But that's easier said than done when it seems like everyone is all coupley. Even locking arms and everything. What's going on? How come things seem so normal and so not normal at the same time? Wait, there's a group of 2 men and 1 woman over there. That seems odd. Let's follow them. Are you cold, Master? I'm fine, thank you. Here, Master, use my coat. Oh my, aren't you sweet? What do you think you're doing? She said she wasn't cold, you brown-noser. It's not my fault you're too dense to read between the lines. Now, no fighting. I love you both equally. Moi! You have a lovely nose, and you have a beautiful round eyes. You're both special, so no fighting, okay? You are too kind, Master. Thank you. You truly are too kind, Master. I'm sorry for how I behaved. Ah, come on, you gotta be kidding me with this reverse harem stuff. Just like I'm smooching it up in public. Shh, the woman just told the men to wait for her over there while she goes to the bathroom. Now's our chance to get in closer. Ugh, this sucks. Huh? I'm sick of buttering her up all the time. And I literally mean buttering. Like, have you ever rubbed butter on a naked woman? It's not fun. You must be sick of it too, right? I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm going along with this because I don't want to die. I'm not a subject of this nation. Let's not kid ourselves. That's just her way of calling us pets. I got a wife and kid back on the surface. Come on. She's never left us on her own before. Now's her chance. Let's get out of here. I've even heard there's a group called the Resistance outside the city. If we could just meet up with them. A day on? Yes. Now we know how these men truly feel about living here. Let's go talk to them and find out... Huh? Well, say something. Aren't you fed up with...
Attention! I wish to make a report! This man would disturb the Nightless City's peace. He means to flee the city of harmony and light.
Something's not right here. Astolfo, stop.
Come quickly, we have a criminal right here. Bring Her Majesty, Her Highness's justice down upon him.
Stop that, please don't call them. You've got it all wrong. I was just kidding around.
Whatever you do, don't call for the torturers.
Oh no.
Oh god, what am I gonna do? They're coming
with their machetes and machetes and now it's machetes. I wonder if they actually like forgot and just changed it out there.
Those merciless executioners will be here soon.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Who are these executioners?
You mean you don't know? I'm talking about the torturers. The Empress's official torturers who serve as the Nightless City's police force. You know what? If you know what's good for you, you'll hurry and make yourself scarce. That's what I'm gonna do. Yoink.
I'm still not sure what he meant, but something is definitely headed your way. Be careful.
Guard dogs 17, 18, and 19 confirmed dead. Likely culprits spotted. They do not appear to be kept by any subjects. Rather, they appear to be intruders.
She stinks of blood and guts. In fact, she absolutely reeks of them. And of course she's a woman. That huge weapon must be unwieldy given her physique. No, that's not the issue. This bloody stench isn't that of a warrior fresh off the battlefield. It really does bring to mind an executioner. This woman almost certainly has spilt the blood of others far beyond what could be deemed necessary.
Rejoice, Her Highness is most lenient. Intruders though you may be, she will grant you a chance to swear fealty. Now choose. Will you swear fealty after your judgment or before?
If we say before, could you skip the judgment part?
No, judgment is Her Highness's strictest law. None can avoid it. The penalty for killing a guard dog is the amputation of your 4 limbs so they may be fed to the...
Oh, no. I don't like that. I don't want to be a limbless person.
It is perfectly just an ecological solution, as one would expect from Her Highness. Don't know about that. This woman doesn't look so inclined to be lenient about amputating our arms and legs. She is clearly as frightful as her bloody stench implies. I cannot help but hate and pity her. I feel like women should be more, well, free whether they're fighters or not. Ticked and Hood, she may have been evil, but she was proud of who she was. But you're not proud of anything. All I sense from you is self-abdomination. As for that weapon of yours, you'll never mete out your so-called judgment on Tanner. I may be young and inexperienced, but I will still protect him with every fiber of my being. Hey, character development. Furthermore, even in death, I will never swear fealty to that assassin, after all.
It only goes for the more well-rounded rip, you know what I'm saying?
Do you have to say things like that when I'm trying to steel myself for battle? Until you refuse to swear fealty for Her Highness, your punishment shall now be far more severe.
Yeah, well, guess what? I have servants. Okay, so... Are these just gonna be... Yeah, I think we fought these before in an event there. I mean, they're also used in the moveset of our little executioner girl. Actually, they have a lot of HP. That's like knight levels of HP. Let's see, preparation, target focus. Okay, well... that's not very good, huh? Anyways, let's focus on getting ourselves some Meteor so that we can do some supers and get healing going. Okay. Alright. Now let's go like this. And thankfully, since all their supers are synced up, I can use that turn for, use the next turn for putting on the invincibility. Like this. Fool that you are. And we're also gonna go like this to try and double up on that meter a bit. Try and get as much back as you can. Probably also kill the one out front. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay. Got rid of one. Oh! Okay, well... They can straight up remove your invincibility. That changes things a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go attack up. I'm gonna go buster up. I'm gonna go attack up. I'm gonna go attack up. I'm gonna go attack up. I'm gonna go charm. Let's try that. They're not male, though. That's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go... Let's go Buckham Wild! That's good damage. Oh, that's a big crit. That's a big crit! Wow, I didn't expect that to crit twice. Wow, okay. Fine by me. Just color me a tad surprised. Okay, so now... Let's go and... finish the battle. Okay, yeah, huh. I feel like if we didn't hit those crits, there would have been a lot more turns to the battle. Okay, well, because honestly this is going to take a long time, we'll see you guys next time for some more Fate Grand Order, where we continue through the Nightless City, because this is a long mission. So we'll see you then for that, guys, for some more. Ciao.